What's good, family? So today we're going to talk about 3 stocks that I like while the market is pulling back. That's right. And at the end, I'm going to tell you the one that I like the most. So stick around. All right. So we know that the market has been pulling back. You know, people talking about, yo, it's going into small caps and they going into, oh, shut up. You don't know nothing. That's right, man. So the market has pulled back. The pullback came a little early, right? I definitely came 2 weeks earlier than I expected, but that's part of the game. But for me, I always look at opportunities, right? And opportunities are the perfect time for us to snatch some solid companies. And I want to talk about these 3 companies, and I'm going to tell you about the one that I like the most. But here's the 3 things that we're looking for. We're looking for quality companies, meaning companies that have quality products. The next thing is we like companies for sure that have consumers on recurring revenue models. That is the golden ticket. And number 3, we want to look for growth. So I love it, right? And I want to break it down to you. And I'm not telling you to buy it or none of that, but I'm just saying this is what I'm looking for. Before we get into that, man, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Right now, y'all know we dropping that work, you feel me? And we're gonna come in hard the last part of the year because we really want y'all to tap in with this. So this one is Berkshire B though, not Berkshire A, Berkshire B, BRK.B. Now, I know we looking for value. First of all, this company has majority of its money is made up of insurance companies. The next part of it is banks and then financial like processors, American Express, MasterCard, Visa, some of the great holders. Now, we know that Warren Buffett did sell 50% of his shares in Apple. We understand that. We know that. I ain't mad at it though, right? I'm not mad at it. It's part of the game, which is why they now have over $200 billion in cash. But this is a low risk investment. And so when we look at Berkshire Hathaway, I want to just pull some numbers up right quick, right? Like year to date, the stock is up 19%, right? 20%. $73. In 1 year, stock was up 20%. 5 years, the stock is up 117%. That is phenomenal, right? For me, I love to look at that. If a company can be up 80 to 100% in that 5-year window, I love it, right? But then watch this. Berkshire Hathaway generates double-digit cash flow. Oh my God. Double-digit free cash flow that this company has. Double-digit is what they on a normal basis. Like that is insane. But watch this. Since 2022, they have purchased up to $75 billion in their own share, taking 10% of their stocks off the market, which is good. So this means the company is going to definitely always have cash on hand. We like that. The biggest fear, though, is what happens when Warren Buffett leaves. You know, rest in peace to the late, great Charlie Munger. The biggest fear for investors is what's going to happen when Warren Buffett leaves. But I'll be honest with you, I think the company is still going to be in great hands because remember, these people who are going to take over after the OG, they've been under him for 20 years or more. Also, he has $30 billion in backstop for insurance, which means if anything happened in the insurance company, there's $30 billion sitting on the side for that. Now, in the last meeting, Buffett did say Berkshire with the Geico could be doing a lot better. He let the guy talk about that, and there's some improvements that they're making with the insurance business. But I love this company. This is a low-risk investment. The stock is around $430 some odd. So low-risk investment because of how balanced and diversified this is. Like you're not gonna wake up in the morning and Berkshire just plummeted through the roof. They run the company safe. They run the company with precision. They keep cash on. They're not paying a dividend, even though they could. This year alone, they can pay out about $21 billion in dividends if they wanted to. That's the kind of company we like, right? So I like for you to buy. I like Berkshire Hathaway for sure on the list. Ching. Next on the list is, watch this, y'all, Uber. I like Uber as a stock. I like Uber as a company. I like Uber as a brand. So watch this. Year to date, the company is up 14%. 1 year, 59%. In 3 years, 5 years, the company is up 80% on the dot. Now, here's what I like to say about that. Uber reported, revenues is up 16% year over year, which is good. Bookings are up 19% year over year, which is good. Monthly active users is up 14%. Let's take a minute and just go back over those numbers. Revenue mean all the bread coming in for Uber is up 16% year over year. But here's the thing. Revenue doesn't always equal cash. Doesn't always equal profit, right? So revenue is up 16% year over year. Bookings are up 19%, meaning more people are booking, which will give Uber what is called a moat because they're dominating the market share over Lyft and over other ride share companies. So their bookings are up 19%. But here's the thing that's sweet. Not just the bookings are up, but the monthly active bookings are up. That means from month to month. That means from last month to this month, the bookings are up 19%. Now watch this. In 2021, Uber did burn $44 million in cash. But watch this. In 2022, they generated $425 million in cash. In 2023, they were generated $3.6 billion in cash. So that's a big turnaround. But watch this. They are cash positive right now, which means the company has generated profit, unlike anybody in the space. They are the first company to generate profit. Watch this. By 2030, they're expected to have business operations that exceed $20 billion, increasing their free cash flow position. That is sweet. You want a company that goes from growth, that stays in growth, but then is growth positive. That's what Uber is right now. They're growth positive. They're a growth positive company that is now going into other business areas with freight and all kind of other things. Now, the biggest risk to Uber will be autonomous driving. But here's my thing on that. I'm going to be real with you. I'm personally not comfortable getting in a car that's driven by robots. Or just don't have, get in a car with nobody in it. Now, they're already doing it, right? I think they got a long way to go before they perfect it. But I think the average person doesn't mind a person driving them than a car just driving them. Because I'm not going to lie, I go to thinking crazy. You saw it lead the world behind. All the Tesla cars just went to crashing behind each other. I ain't got time for that, man. I ain't got time for that. And I think you don't got time for that. So anyway, I like that. That's the biggest threat to Uber. The stock is right now $69-ish. We love it. I think Uber is a win. Third on my list, CrowdStrike. Listen, I get it. I know. I understand. We had the so-called glitch in the system that happened a couple weeks ago. But here's what I do know, right? It is one of the best players in the game. Now, here's what I'm looking at. The company has $3.5 billion in cash on hand. They have $740 million in debt. So $3.5 billion in cash on hand, $740 million on debt, which means the company is what? Profitable. That's good. Watch this. Their gross retention is 95%, which means the average that they hold the customer is 95% that the customer stays with them. And on average, they have a 20-year lifespan with their consumer. Now, here's what we got to look at. Coming into this next quarter, we got to make sure that we want to see what they're talking about. Did they fix the situation with the glitch? And we want to make sure of that $3.5 billion, what they have left with cash on hand. And the reason why I want to say this is because I know for a fact they're going to have to pay some people for staying with them, for not leaving them based on what happened. You shut a lot of the world down when you crashed, right? Which also lets us know how big of a player in the game they are. So we know we got Palo Alto and we got some other people that are really big, but they play a key role in this game and they are consistently growing. So we know they have to pay some people to stay with them. But we also understand that the way that technology is right now, and as we go to technology, even looking at companies like Uber that want to have cars that drive with no people, we're going to need cybersecurity, and we want to see how they shake back. But I think that CrowdStrike under 225 is a sweet deal. You can get it for 225. I think it's a sweet deal. We cannot pass that up. I like CrowdStrike with $3.5 billion in cash on hand. Those are my three sleepers during the pullback. And here's the thing. If you're still here, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. The one I like the most out of all of them with the most potential is CrowdStrike. That's right. I like CrowdStrike the most. I think that CrowdStrike can, we go through that situation, and I personally believe that they're gonna get some things on track. They're gonna let the market know that, hey, we got it on the track, we got it under control. We still doing this, we still doing that. We're gonna add this, that, and that as a sign of protection. And I think the market will fall back in love with this company. Y'all know I've owned this company since $57. $57. I remember going on another show saying CrowdStrike, and nobody was like, what? I was like, yes, the stock was $57. I'm telling you that this company truly will consistently build. The market got it on timeout for a second. Anything, I think you get it below 325, you got it for a steal. CrowdStrike is the one that I love the most. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Listen, I hope y'all loved it. We talked about Uber, we talked about Berkshire Hathaway, then we ended with CrowdStrike, ticker symbol CRWD. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you chat in the chat and let us know how this helped you, if you like it, what else you need to see from us. But remember, that's not me telling you about Bitcoin, that's not me telling you about WhatsApp. If you click anything in there, that ain't me, y'all. That ain't me at all. Make sure you tune into our show, Trapping Tuesdays, each Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the Wall Street Looks Like Us and our network on YouTube. It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper, man. Salute.